Hi guys, welcome back to another car video. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a very highly requested question in relation to my film, Flashes Between Us, which was how did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? But before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to talk about blogging. Blogging for our film was very, very tedious. I felt like it was something that was like no one really wanted to do, and you had to blog everything. And for us in the beginning, blogging was very, very easy, but you could not post multiple blogs at once, so it was very, very difficult because I would be doing all of my blogs and then it would feel like it just crashed and I would have to redo it all. And it was just very, very annoying and very, very tedious. And then on top of that, for our film in specific, we had to like scratch our plan and completely redo it. So that means we had to go back into our blogs and redo our blogs too. So that was just a very, very difficult thing because it's like the last thing you want to do is redo work that you already did, and that's exactly what we ended up having to do. So that was very, very difficult. Another thing we had trouble with was YouTube. YouTube would try to copyright us for everything, especially our film, because we have songs from Tate McRae and Lord in our film. So it gave us copyright warnings, and on top of that, it just took forever to upload, and so uploading multiple things at a time also then therefore took forever to do. For us, especially since I was already friends with all the people who I did my film with, we all just unanimously decided the easiest way to get things done was just to make a group chat. And so we honestly had 4 different group chats. We had one group chat and it was like the main 4 production people. It was me, Samantha, Elena, and Riley. And then we had another group chat which contained all of our other people like Presley and Leandrew and Mason, all of the other ones. But since we had to redo it multiple times, we had different people, and each time we had to refilm. Like in the beginning we had Brock, and so we had a group chat with Brock in it, but then we also had Isar, but then when that was scratched we had to redo that all, so we had to keep remaking group chats. So we had like 4 or 5 different group chats at once. And then on top of that, we also had to share so many documents together. Like going through my shared documents, it genuinely is just a ton of shared documents from me, Samantha, Elena, and Riley together of our storyboards and our plans and conventions and genres and notes on mise-en-scène, and just literally it could be about everything. Inside of our film and outside of our film, we had a lot of things in relation to that class that we had shared together. So figuring out what document was for what was also very difficult because there was just so many documents to go through. But it was also a very beneficial thing having group chats and shared documents, because then it's not everyone writing the same thing, and if one person was able to pick up on something that the rest of them weren't able to pick up on, we were all able to benefit from that because we all have the same notes within the document. And our group chat was also very beneficial when it came to scheduling and planning, because we had a lot of difficulties with that because a lot of people canceled on us very last minute, and so it was good to let us know, okay, this person canceled, but we do have this person, and we were able to help each other out, especially because I was able to be like, oh guys, like I could really find some people for our film, and I could be like, oh, this person's available, this person's not available, and then we can make a group chat with them instead of just continuing to make group chats and then them canceling on us. We were making sure that they were available first and then adding them to the group chat and letting them know what we needed done, what time, where, the location, and it was able to benefit us within communication, because that was something that we really struggled on to begin with, because no one was really in the same loop with things. When recording our film, we had some issues with recording it on our phone because either the camera quality wasn't good or the storage was giving out, and so we had to like continuously redo some cuts. And it was also very difficult to be able to like make sure that the quality was where we wanted it to be at, because sometimes it seemed as if the quality was better than it actually was. So filming quality sometimes was very bad, and it would just pick up on things that we didn't want it to pick up on, like someone talking in the background, and so that was very difficult. But overall, we didn't have too much trouble with filming on our phones, except for the fact that we filmed at night, and so with that the quality obviously decreases because we don't have the good enough lighting for it. So we had to use everyone else's phones as a way to make it lighter out so the quality would be better than it was. But other than that, filming with our phones, we really didn't have too many issues with it. So that was something that was very quick and very beneficial, especially because since it's on our phones, it's easier to put into CapCut, which is what we use to edit our films. We use CapCut for all of it. And so that was very easy because it's literally already in the phone, and then we could just upload it to CapCut. And CapCut was also something that was very easy to use, because CapCut we've already used for such a long time for other things. We knew how to use it and we knew our way around it, and so it wasn't an app that we had to use and like learn how to use as we went. We already knew how to use it. The only thing I would say for CapCut is if you don't have the right subscriptions for it, it was very difficult when we would like add our credits. Like for me, I made credits on CapCut, and it was very difficult to make the credits with like the fonts that we wanted, because you had to have the subscription for it, and we did not have the subscription for it. But other than that, we didn't really have that many issues with CapCut. We didn't have issues with filming on our phones at all, which was very, very beneficial, because we had so many issues when it came to filming and the people within our film, because everyone kept canceling on us, that we really didn't want another issue. So not having another issue was very, very helpful for us. An issue we did have though was sound. Sound we had an issue with because we had microphones, and then one of our cast members lost their microphones at their house, and so we didn't have microphones anymore. And then after recording multiple times, we ended up finding the microphones again, but the quality wasn't up to what we wanted it to, because depending on where you put the microphone, it will sound different than if you put it in a different spot. And so some of our clips have different sounds to them, and when we would lower the volume on one of the clips, it would sound weird than when we would add the volume back up. And so it was a lot of just adjusting the sound within CapCut, and even with adjusting it, we still had a good amount of issues because it just wasn't up to what we really wanted it to be. For one clip, we did use dubbing because the voice quality just really wasn't good enough, and so we just had to go over it and redo it. But most of our film quality, like the part of the film that we struggled with for sound, was the clips of Elena when she was talking with like Leandrew, and like the flashback part of it, that was what we had more struggles with. So we just ended up having Elena and Leandrew, or like Elena and her mom, redo the clip, and then after that we really didn't have many issues with it. Like I said before though, we did have problems with YouTube because of our copyrighted issues. So in order to deal with that, we looked up the copyrighted material. We looked up who it was owned by and who it was produced by. So for Tate McRae's song Siren Sounds, we use part of her song for our credits. We ended up looking up what production team Tate McRae used in order to put out her music, and we emailed them and asked them for the rights to have that in our film. And then we did the same thing for Lord's song David. We looked it up and we emailed them in order to get the rights to use that music for our film. But anyways, that is it for our video. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos, and comment down below what your favorite movie is. Alright, but thank you guys so much, and I'll see you